Friends, for far too long, Britain has lacked focus. It's lacked determination. It's lacked the will. It's lacked the sense to do the right thing, no matter what other people say. The denizens of Westminster have put popularity and a desire for power ahead of pride and ahead of principle. And it is the good people of Britain who have suffered as a result. The most basic task of government is to protect the citizens of the country. And in this we have seen marked failure. And I'm not referring only to that awful incident in Reading a few days ago. We seem to have forgotten the call of the Magna Carta Libertatum, which passed into law 805 years and 1 week ago. With the Magna Carta came the right of every Briton to pursue his or her life free from undue interference from government, to discover happiness and fulfillment free from tyranny. And this was designed to make the United Kingdom the fairest, best country in the whole world. Rich in opportunities for all, for the many, not just the few. How far astray this country has gone since then. No more, though. It is time now for UKIP to get back to business. We know what ails this country. For many years, alas, we too had gone astray, focusing on things which were not really important, and some of the things which we focused on were just plumb wrong. We returned to our libertarian, freedom-loving principles. And under my leadership, that is what we will get. Those blackguards in Westminster need to watch out, because I take no prisoners. They've sinned for too long. I hold them personally, individually, and collectively responsible for the nonsense that has occurred in this country for at least the last 6 governments. This isn't a new thing. Labour is true to its name, cowards and traitors, but the Conservatives are a little different. In fact, you couldn't put a fact paper between them, and I don't even smoke. I have the passion, the drive, the conviction, and also the frankly I don't give a damn nature. I don't care if I'm criticized by people who are wrong. I'm used to it. I will continue to do the right thing as I see it, without fear or favor. I have never in my life discriminated between people on the basis of their age, gender, race, religion, any of these other ridiculous things. What I have always focused on is what is inside the person. And that is what I will continue to do. In 2015, we set out a magnificent manifesto for a general election, and it was the fear that that put into the Conservative government before and after that caused a referendum to occur. Since then, we won that referendum. But tomorrow, it'll be a whole 4 years since that event occurred. That is ridiculous. We're still enmeshed in the EU, still haggling and arguing with them, while we should have just left. I am here to drive forward the policies which in fact were set out in, but not delivered by, that same Magna Carta Libertatum. a document that set out basic rights of every Briton. And let me make this totally clear. By every Briton, I mean every person lawfully settled here. Every person, irrespective of religion, race, creed, as long as they are committed to a British way of life and they are here legally, they are welcome, and UKIP is for them just as much as UKIP is for anyone else. The tyranny of the European Union may well be waning, and I believe that ill-fated body may have written its own death warrant when they decided to make it very hard for us to leave. But our own path is with the whole world. There are over 200 countries in the world. We don't have to focus merely on the 27 who are in the EU. They may be our closest neighbours, but in many ways they are not the countries closest to us. We want ties with all of them, and we want to focus on principles of fair play for all. Citizens' rights, not a tyranny of a government that is completely out of touch with what the people want, what the people think, and what the people need. In fact, it tells us what we need. The job of the government is to listen, not to preach. But I might be guilty of preaching if I go too far along those lines. UKIP went astray quite a few years ago. It's now back on track. We're back in business. We're a proper mainstream political party, but unlike the other mainstream political parties, we aren't crazy for power. We're crazy about doing the right thing and continuing to do the right thing, irrespective of whether others think we're right or not. We know we are, and we will endeavour to persuade others that our libertarian path of freedom, financial, economic freedom, but also freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom to make a fool of ourselves if that's what we want to do. All of these freedoms are very important to us. And that shower in Westminster, they should be quaking in their shoes. Thank you for hearing me. UKIP's back in business, friends. Thank you. Thank you.
We will make America great again.